Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your October 2015 monthly tarot horoscopes. This is for everyone with their ascendant, sun, or moon in the lovely Gemini. And let me just roll out a spread here. I'm back using my regular Shadowscapes deck by Stephanie Puy-Moonlaw. And I am still doing private sessions, so if you'd like to have a individual reading with me, feel free to email me at elizabetholson31@gmail.com. Olson is spelled with an O-N. And if I don't go back to you in 2 to 3 days, message me again, try me again, because sometimes things go to my spam folder, but just make sure you're spelling Elizabeth Olson with the O-N. I think there's been some issues with that in the past. So, but I'd love to get you scheduled. I don't have a website, so I usually email people back and I say, hey, these are my available times. What's your availability? What time zone you're in? We get it done. So I also only accept PayPal. So you would need to set up a PayPal account, which is really, really easy. And there's more information about my schedule and availability on the About section on my YouTube channel. So feel free to check that out. So anyway, so let's see what we got going here. Ooh, Gemini. First card out of the deck is the Lover's card. Nice. Nice. Wow. This is a really good spread for you guys. Really positive. 100% yeses, which doesn't really happen much. Although you have a couple of cards which originally were no cards. So, it's not as, it's not perfection, but it's close, okay? So anyways, as far as like energies and stuff. So I feel like ultimately October is going to be a really good month for you. Let's start off at the beginning. So yeah, right out of the gate, you got the Lover's card. And the Lover's card is, you may be married. If you are single or in a relationship, if you are single, this is you wanting to find Mr. or Mrs. Right. You may also have somebody that you have in mind for this, or this is just, maybe you're soon to be getting married, kind of thing, in October. You want to watch out for issues with temptation. Okay, I'm just going to say that because you're showing me the apple and the snake and the Garden of Eden kind of thing. It's in my mind. So there may have been some issues with cheating in your relationship in the past. Not all of you, but some of you. There may have been some kind of temptation. Okay, issues. And it may have caused some problems because if you're in a relationship, if you're single, I feel like, this is what you want. You are looking for Mr. or Mrs. Right, and you're waiting for this to happen. The outcome is the Six of Cups, which is you wanting to have a family, or you having a family already and spending, time with them, focusing on them, meals, making sure they're fed, they're clothed, they're bathed, all the usual, stuff that goes on there. If you are single also too, it can indicate, just being focused on kind of the more mundane things about life, the groceries, the bills, the electric, whatever. So it's needing to not worry so much about money, needing to, being open to more than just one possibility, although Geminis usually are open to this. I feel like for Gemini females, you have multiple kids. A lot of you have multiple kids, okay? If you are single, this is you wanting a family. You want, card just fell. Whoops, 2 cards fell. You want, to have a family. And the thing that's coming in right now for you is, I want to say that you have two cards that are right next to the Lover's card. And so I guess what I'm feeling is that for those of you who are in a relationship, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit scattered here, but those of you who are in a relationship, You may be questioning it, and you may be thinking about getting a divorce. You know, this is spending either a lot of time alone, or and having kind of mood swings, hot and cold. Um, One day things are really good, the other day things go to shit. And then you have the Justice card in the immediate future. So your thoughts and contemplation about taking legal action or getting a divorce are moving into actually putting it, filing the paperwork, okay? So because you have that, it's very unlikely, those of you who are married, you are watching this, that you're going to come out of October having not filed the paperwork. It would be very unlikely, but you're definitely thinking about it, especially Gemini females, I want to say, really strongly thinking about it. Some of you may wait to take action, but I feel like because both of them are there, you got Temperance followed by Justice. This is major stuff. This is not just like, okay. And then it is lining up in the, kind of like a tic-tac-toe form where you have Success in the position of emotions, being focused on, this is somebody who's very sports-oriented too, okay? Somebody very sports-oriented, goal-oriented, success-oriented. You may start getting into a new relationship with either a Cancer or an Aquarius female, Gemini guys. If you're a Gemini guy, I feel like there's a lot of ladies here in this spread. So for some of you, you're dating a lot, okay? You've got several women on your mind. Which is not surprising because Gemini is like the doubles, the twins. You have the Work card crossing the Lovers card, which means I feel like you're going back and forth between, being very focused on having a relationship or being in a relationship or on your partner to being very focused on work. Work is, eating your brain a little bit, beginning of October. So you're kind of going back and forth between those two things. There is a lot of going. This is very characteristic of you, Gemini, because there's a lot of going back and forth. We have the hot and cold Temperance card, which is mood swings, crowning you, beginning of October. Then we have the Justice card, which is going back and forth, trying to make a decision. Usually it's a legal decision. Usually it's filing the paperwork, getting a divorce. It happens, okay? So there's those things. We have this interplay between work and home life. So work and home is going to be the thing that you need to balance out in October. Okay, this is where you really come into you make some parameters on what you are willing to do and what you're not willing to do at work and at home. So maybe it's doing something simple like making sure that there's like a frozen meal ready to be heated up when you get home from work, so you don't have to worry about what you're making for dinner, or maybe it's, making your lunches ahead of time every day so that you're not spending so much on lunch, and that you're getting that checked off your list. The Magician is also magic. You may actually be, for those of you who are in a really good relationship, to me it feels like it's very, very magical. Very, very magical. There's a chemistry, there's a connection. It's magic plus love. It's a magical romance. So the decision that you're going through, for some of you Geminis, may not even have to be pertaining to your love life. It may just be regarding something else. It may be a completely separate issue. You may just be trying to make a decision one way or the other. You may be having hot and cold mood swings, but that is sort of separate from your partner. So I see it as being separate, but at the same time, for some of you, connected. It's going to be, I feel like there's, again, two different Geminis here. You've got the two Geminis that are in a relationship that's really, really good. It's just a magical relationship, and there is balance in your relationship. And then the Gemini's relationship that was good in the past. At some point it was, but now it's not. And it's no longer going to be because you're like, I'm done. I want out. It's over. The final paperwork is done. Maybe you've been in the midst of maybe you've been separated for a long time, and this is when you finally get, your final divorce papers and it's like all done. It's completion. For some of you, it may be completion of that process, and that may be really exciting for you, which is why, you know, you got the Chariot card, which is, you know, this is success. This is feeling good. This is riding high, you know. This is where you're really uplifted. And then I feel like for some of you Geminis, closing the door on your old relationship for good, where it's like it's really totally over, is going to be really good for you because you're going to have freedom from worry. You got the Six of Swords, which is freedom from worry. Now, you may be worried about if you have kids, a little boy or a little girl. Usually I see it as a little boy, but it can be a little girl. Specifically one of them that you're very concerned about. Maybe he's not sleeping at night and you're up at night and you're not getting the rest that you need. But ultimately it's going to come to pass when things move into a better phase where his health improves. If you're being very focused on his health, this is getting maybe some better medicine or getting maybe some better doctors. I definitely recommend naturopath, care, because they're not so heavily antibiotic oriented, and they'll give you stuff that's actually going to work. You know, maybe test them for allergies or things that regular MDs don't do. So this is just a suggestion. You know, you may also want to contact me if you do have kids. You may want to contact me regarding using my health deck, okay? Or just for you, if you have been struggling with your health and you're kind of like, I need to know what to take, some alternatives. I have an herbal medicine deck, and it's really, really awesome. I love it. I'm not sure if you watched my videos that I did, my health spreads that I did, but I really enjoy them. I get so much out of them, and I feel like they're really helpful to people. So, and I send links too. Usually after the reading is over, I'll send links if people want me to send links of where to buy the things I recommend. So a lot of it's on Amazon. You can pretty much get everything on Amazon. It's really, really an awesome deck, though, and really enriching for me because I feel like I'm able to get some good vibes. Really good vibes doing that. So helping others. So yeah, and the last card that I haven't talked about is the King of Swords. Okay, you have the King of Swords in the position of your attitude, which means it's right next to the Six of Swords. So I'm going to say that if you've been really worried about a child, you have a deceased loved one who's really looking over them. Okay, this is usually a father figure. It could be a mother figure too, that's passed away, that's looking over that, looking down on them in spirit, and really is there guiding them. And you need to know that you're not alone in this situation. Whatever it is, I feel like you are very concerned and worried about your kids or kid, and you need to know that not to worry as much. Clear your mind. Listen to more music. Try to do some meditation. You need to exercise more. I definitely recommend exercising more if you're very focused on children. Now, if you are single, again, this is you maybe being a little bit concerned about finances. You need to be getting better sleep. And trying to make a decision about something. And you may have been waiting for some time. Or this decision might have been a long time coming. You may also be going through some legal stuff. You may be single and going through some legal stuff where you're trying to, again, make a decision on something here. Some of you are psychic. This is female Geminis. You are psychic. You have some psychic abilities. Some of you may have some, I want to say some Taurus or some Cancer or Scorpio, Libra in your chart, okay? I mean, she really could be anybody, but I'm feeling those today. For some reason, I'm feeling those, okay? You also may have a cord of love with a Capricorn male, which means that there may have been some issues getting over this person, okay? you may have been in a cycle of waiting, breaking up, and getting back together, similar to Taurus, very much similar to Taurus. In the past. I don't feel like that's going on right now. I feel like you're really on your way done. That's like you're really done with it. You don't want to have anything more to do with it. But you may have had something like that going on in the past. And you're moving on. You are really literally moving on. And then the focus is going to be, you, taking care of you, taking care of yourself. And you have a lot of that head energy, but there isn't really anything blocking you in this spread. It is, to me, a very positive spread. So there may be some major things that happen, specifically if it's a legal thing. It's happening and it's big, but it's not negative. It's all for the best. For those of you who are finalizing a divorce, I feel like it's for the best, or even starting to enter into a divorce. For the best, okay? So try to see it as that, I really do feel like there may be a new financial opportunity too, because you have the Chariot card, which is absolute success, can be career card, success in career, things happening swiftly. News coming through. The outcome is that, do not worry, but there's money flow. See all these fish? I see them as money flowing in. Okay, money flowing in. So that may come from a new job offer. That may come from, I want to say a new job. Could be a promotion, transfer. But I feel like mostly it's from your hard work. Okay. And some of you just have 2 dogs. I'm getting that. Some of you have 2 dogs that you love very, very much. You don't have any kids, but you have 2 dogs. Or you're just focused on, you just really love animals. But Gemini guys, you may have some strong Capricorn in your chart. This could be you, okay? The Magician could be you, where you are, one of those Mr. Fix-It, Renaissance dudes. You're capable of doing a lot in a short period of time. You're very smart, very witty. I feel it's like there's this little cluster of really, really awesome positive energy, which is the lovers and the world together, This is invincible. This is feeling invincible. This is just an amazing, amazing energy. Now, you may be a Gemini female, and this could be you, same person here, okay? Gemini female, and you might have just gotten married. I feel like some of you just got married, okay? Gemini female to maybe a Capricorn man or somebody who has Aries, Taurus. I mean, I feel like there's this very strong Gemini, Taurus, Gemini, Capricorn thing, but it might not be. Could be also Scorpio guy, Gemini females with a Scorpio guy. But I usually see the Magician as air or earth, because there's some pentacle things going on in there. There's some financial things going on there. So you could be like a Gemini sun with like a Libra ascendant and like a Capricorn moon or something like that. And you could be a guy or girl, okay? But I feel like some of you just got married, where something really, really positive. And then it's just sort of disjointed from these 2 Temperance, Justice cards. To me, this is like heavy-duty stuff. But in the end, it ends up being all good. So some of you may want to get married, or you may be in a really, really positive new relationship, where the old relationship is just like residue. It's just sort of sticking to you. It's around you, but you're like not. You're like, it's sort of like it's over there, and you're like here, and you're just like, I don't even want a part of all that. So there may be some, like, again, some finalizing of legal stuff. finalizing of, getting over the old stuff, setting some boundaries for yourself, and then moving on to have a new life. I feel like your new life is going to be so much better than your old life, and really, really positive. Very, very positive. There is an underlying element of some waiting happening, and I did drop it. I keep dropping more cards. The foundation is the Nine of Wands, which is the waiting to get married, waiting to have it all, waiting for a new job, waiting to get a divorce, waiting to be separated from your husband, waiting to feel good, to be healthy, waiting to get, having better sleep, waiting to have kids, waiting to feel like you're successful. When the foundation is waiting, it's just like waiting. So you may fall into that camp where you are waiting on everything to happen, and it might not have happened yet. so you need to, I pulled another card, and you got the free will card too, and that is taking the bull by the horns again. The Taurus in your life, but the inner bull. You need to get out there and make things happen rather than waiting for them to happen. If you're the Gemini that's doing all these things, then it's great. But if you're the Gemini that's sitting back and waiting for life to begin, all these things can happen if you make them happen. If you just take a backseat approach to your life, none of it's going to come to pass because you'll just continue to wait for it. Wait for it and wait for it and wait for it and wait for it. And it won't materialize. Okay, it needs to materialize. The Wheel of Fortune is things materializing, things happening, making things happen. Because you have some strong cards here. You have the strong Capricorn Magician card, which I think of as making it happen, getting things done. And you have the King of Swords, which is, a deceased loved one looking out for you and supporting you from the other side. It's very, very positive. So I have the total confidence, Gemini, that you will make things happen and things will happen in good time for you. It may try your patience, and you may need to be more focused and goal-oriented and get out more and make things happen more. But ultimately, I do feel, because you have these cards here that are very, very positive, you are supported should you choose to make those things happen. The universe is saying, we totally love you, we're here to support you, and I'm sure your friends and family do the same. So that's kind of what I'm getting. Kind of all over the place, but strange, kind of a strange, non-cohesive spread, but hopefully I explained it okay. And but if you'd like a private reading, this was a general reading. If you'd like a private reading, feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. Again, it's with an O-N, O-L-S-O-N. And you can find out more about my payment information and schedule and pricing in the About section on my YouTube channel. I do charge $75 for the 1-hour session for individuals, and as well as $75 an hour for couples. So if you're in a couple and you'd like to do some couples counseling, I don't think of it as couples counseling. I just think of it as a couples session where everything's laid out on the table. So it's very fun for me and enjoyable to do those. So anyways, thank you guys so much for all your love and support, and Google Plusing and subscribing and liking all my videos. I appreciate it so much. And be in touch, and I will send you big hugs. Big hugs. Big kisses. And I'll be back again mid-October for your mid-October readings. And thanks again. Have a great one.